You know, I've been teaching ESOL now for about 10 years, and one of the things that has always tripped students up is how to use those words that end in ed or ing when you're using them as adjectives. In other words, is a person interested with the ed or interesting, like you have an interest in that person? One of the things that I would like for you to be able to do by the time you finish this course is have a really good grasp of what the words are and which form that you need to use when you're speaking. And that's what we're going to try to do this module, combining the handout that you were given in class with some exercises that are online. So let's talk about grammar in speech using ing and ed. Do you know anyone who talks on and on about themselves, their interests, their lives, their opinions? I think most of us do. So let's start by imagining a situation in which a man and a woman who don't know each other very well are going out on their first date. Imagine them sitting down in a nice restaurant. You can see the white tablecloth and the bottle of wine. And then one of them, in this case the woman, starts speaking. And she goes on and on and on about herself and her own life. Now look at the picture of the man and you can see his reaction. Would you say that the woman is boring and that the man is bored? Or would you say that the woman is bored and that the man is boring? If you look at the handout that you were given in class, you would see that the present participle, which is the ing form of the verb, and in this case it's being used as an adjective, but that the ing form is used when the adjective has an active meaning. In this case, the woman bores the man. And bores is active, so we can say that the woman is boring. Now think about it the other way. The man is on the receiving end of this action. In other words, and in the words of your handout, the past participle, or the ed form, is used as an adjective with a passive meaning. In this case, the man is bored by the woman. He's not actually doing anything, but he's feeling something. And so we use the ed form with him and say the man is bored. Now let's look at another example. Let's say that there are two people and they have an idea for a get-rich-quick scheme. Would you say that the scheme is interested and that the people are interesting? Or would you say that the scheme is interesting and that the people are interested? Let's think about that. If an idea interests people, then that is an active meaning. And since it's active, we use the ing form and say the idea is interesting. In contrast, we can say that the people are interested in the idea. It has a passive meaning. They're not actually doing anything. Okay? And so then we can say that the people are interested. Go ahead now and look at exercise 26 on the handout and look at the sentences and complete each one with the correct word, the correct form of the word. After you do that, check your answers by listening to the audio clip that's on eCampus. It should be located immediately after this. And then when you finish checking your answers, read the sentences out loud with the correct word in the blank. remember, it's important to go through these steps. I know sometimes it's tempting to skip over them, but it's important to go ahead and read them out loud because we're trying to make that pattern or to establish that pattern in your mind so that you start to automatically use the correct forms.